It is not just your kingdom spouse that need to be worked on. In fact, it is probably that you are the one who needs to be worked on. Here's why. I usually don't like to bring my clients' business on social media. If you have watched my video, I barely do it. But one of my clients that I had, I think 2 days ago, her case is very interesting to me. And I know I did not ask her for permission to make a video about this, but I hope you don't mind if you're watching this. What made her case so interesting is that this woman is also called in this kingdom spouse journey. But the problem is this woman is dealing with the spirit of death. I'm not going to go into every details of her case, but I'm just going to talk about the surface of this. This spirit of death has been following this woman since when she was a child. But since she has no one, to make her aware of this, and of course she dreams sometimes about all these things that is after her, which is the spirit of death. When I start talking to her, she gives me all these example things that has been happening to her since she was child. This has been happening in her family. I was like, wow. And she said that she feels like her kingdom spouse is playing her because he is only asking for money. She said that whenever she gets serious with the man either passed away or something happened to the man. So now she is called to stand for her kingdom spouse, the man God asked for her. But she feels like this man is playing her because she said the man only asked her for money when he is in need. But she said one thing that stood out to me the most. She said that one day her kingdom spouse texted her saying that he gonna himself. But then, because of the belief that she already has or she has experienced with her kingdom spouse, made her believe that the kingdom spouse only trying to just want to scam her again. She started a conversation with this part that one day her kingdom spouse sent her a text message that he gonna himself. When she said this, I got more interested in her story. Okay, so I was like, okay, no problem. She felt like, oh, he just scamming her. I said, no problem. Let's take it step by step. So now, when she explained to me things that has been happening between her and her kingdom spouse, as they are not in the same city, that they were planning to move together, but then the kingdom spouse ghosted her. So I got interested more. I was like, okay, for now, let's just leave your kingdom spouse. Let's put your kingdom spouse aside. Tell me more about your background. Tell me more about your background. Tell me the dream you've been having since you were young or recently, and tell me about this one thing, this one curse. I just say thing, but I do not want to address it as a curse until she let me know this one thing that has been consistent in her bloodline. So she started telling me she drowned and she was gone, but an angel appeared in her and kept her alive. She said that in her family, people sooner, and this thing has been happening. I got interested, and she said when she got engaged to her fiance, I was like, I see why. I see why your kingdom spouse texted you that he gonna himself, even though for you that was just a scam. Even if that man sent that text just to scam you, best believe that was a message that you did not pick up on. God literally put it in this man's spirit to send you this message, to give you clue. The spirit that has been following you, the spirit that has been stopping this relationship from coming to pass. And guess what? That spirit of death, it is not just a spirit of death. It's literally this woman is dealing with a spiritual spouse that does not want to see her be involved in someone else. So that's why whenever she get involved with someone seriously, that person himself. I told her until we come to the root of this spirit, I don't want your kingdom spouse to be connected to you closely, because guess what? What happened to your ex-fiance? If you do not break this generational curse, if you do not put and stop to this spirit of death, that is exactly what's going to happen to your kingdom spouse. And definitely, God is not done with your kingdom spouse. He cannot allow that to happen right now. That's why He is keeping you and your kingdom spouse separate. You see, now things start making sense to her, and she start revealing more to me about her past things that has been happening. Now, like she says, she had a question of all this. She never thought this is what the case. Things start making sense to her as I'm revealing more to her. I listen to her, and as I start connecting the dots, she said, "Wow." You know, things start making sense to her. So now she want me to deliver her from this spirit. You know, that is a serious spirit. I told her, look, I would definitely like to be involved in this, but we need to dig more into this, because I don't want to involve myself into this serious spirits without knowing how to destroy it. Because definitely if I deliver you from this spirit, guess what, it's gonna follow me. We don't want that. So don't think just because you are called for your kingdom spouse, all the problem is